Hi, my name is Ashley, and today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about reading. Reading is one of my absolute favorite hobbies to do, and it actually has some pretty cool and pretty helpful effects on your mental health, your brain, your physical health, and it's really just one of the things where it's very good for you, which I didn't know until recently, and I thought was amazing. So let me show you how. So this is a picture of your brain, and the area I'm circling here is called the parietal lobe. Now, the parietal lobe has a couple different functions, but its main function is it's a sensory area of the brain. So it deals with feeling warmth, cold, pain, touch, and taste. Now, the parietal lobe is also the area of the brain that lights up the most when you're reading. Although reading does light up a bunch of different other portions of your brain, so reading is kind of like giving your brain a nice workout. Now, there are a couple other benefits to reading. So, some of the other benefits include it increases your empathy, so you're more empathetic and you relate better to other people. Excuse my terrible drawings, but I think that they help to get my point across. The next thing that reading improves is it helps to build your vocabulary. Often, when you're reading, you're going to come across some words that you're not totally familiar with, and based on the context, you're able to infer what they mean. The next thing that reading improves, it improves your sleep. Studies show that people who read before going to bed rather than, say, going on their phone or watching television have better sleep and make feeling more refreshed. Reading also helps to reduce your stress levels, it also keeps your mind sharp, and also can potentially help you live longer, which is a major bonus. So, as you can see, reading is obviously amazing for you health wise, but it's also just a really great thing to do in general. I mean, I know I love to read whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed or just bored, and because I feel like it's something I can just, it's a way for me to just escape away from whatever is going on in the real world, which made reading really great for me during COVID and when we all went into quarantine and lockdown, because I could just escape from all the chaos through reading, which was really great, and it was a really great way for me to keep my stress levels down. And yeah, and it's just, and I've always loved reading ever since I was a little girl. I remember going into the library with my mom and checking out this massive stack of books. And I'd read the whole thing in like a week, and then I'd come back to the library the next week and do the exact same thing. But just because I started my love of reading from a young age doesn't mean that you have to. I mean, I know some people who they didn't like reading growing up because they felt it was more of a chore for them because they had to do it a lot for school. And then they started to read independently when they got older because they just found these really great books, and now they love reading and they're avid readers, which I feel like it's kind of has been the same for me in a sense, because I don't like reading for school because it feels very forced on me, but I love reading by myself independently because I can pick whatever I want to read, and I can spend as much time on it as I want or as little time on it as I want if it turns out to not be that great of a book. And there's just so many options with reading. Like, you think about all the options there are in TV shows and movies, and there's just as many, if not more, options with reading. So it's something I really recommend trying if you're thinking about trying reading in your free time, just for fun, because there are so many options out there, and the possibilities really are endless.